Hello. Oh my gosh. All right. I will preface this by saying that this is my very first time ever going live, so bear with me. I might trip over my words a little bit. I tend to cut those out of my videos when I edit, but there's no editing today, so we'll see how this goes. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have my box here. I cannot tell you how excited I am to see what's in here. I thought before I actually open it up, I would give kind of a little preamble about the box and kind of the history over why it's taken so long to get to me, because I ordered this back in September, I think. And obviously we are now in the middle of January. So it's been a bit of a waiting game. Hi, everybody. Feel free to post any comments or questions or anything, and I will try to answer them as I see them. But as I said, this is my first time trying one of these live videos, so I will not be perfect. All right. So yeah, these boxes went for sale back in September, and I mean, I saw Mermaid Mystery Box, and it just totally speaking my language. So I set an alarm for the time that they went live on the website and bought it immediately. And originally the boxes were meant to ship by the end of October, but there were a couple of major delays, neither of which were the fault of Autumn Lane Stitchery. So the first was that there were some supply issues with the specialty threads that were in the box. Those were super back ordered, and anyway, they finally arrived and the boxes were ready to send around American Thanksgiving, so around the end of November. However, this coincided with Canada Post going on strike. If you didn't know, they went on strike and they were not delivering or processing any mail for about a month. So during this time, the US Postal Service wasn't accepting packages. So all the boxes that were destined for Canada weren't even able to be shipped. So anyway, the Postal Service finally started accepting packages for Canada about a week ago. So all of the boxes were popped in the mail, and mine arrived this morning, and I'm so excited. I will say, Autumn Lane Stitchery, I felt handled the situation really, really well. Obviously, neither of these delays were their fault at all, but they were so communicative about everything, and kind of the status of things that were going on, and just giving updates constantly. So I felt that they handled it well, and yeah, here we are. I'm so excited. All right, I see a question from Honey Bunny Stitchery. What is the next big fancy lady you want to start? Oh gosh, that's a good question. I have several that are kitted up and ready to go, and I will be starting a lot this year, but I think one of the ones that I'm looking forward to most is what's it called? Akoya Pearl Mermaid from Bella Filipina. So she's got kind of light gray hair and an entirely pink tail. And I'm a pink girl, so very excited to do that mermaid. All right. Without any further ado, that's enough talking. I literally haven't even opened this box yet. I just cut the tape, but I haven't opened it yet. So, oh. Even the box is custom. Look at that. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's a whole page here that has lots of stuff. I guess this talks about everything that's included. I'm going to read that later. We want to see the good stuff, right? Oh my, okay, there's so much stuff in here. All right, right on top, we have the DMC. So if I recall, there's multiple patterns in this box, but there's the one like main mermaid. And all of the supplies are in here for her. So that includes the DMC, specialty threads, beads, I think, and fabric as well. So that's what this DMC is for. I am loving those colors. Look at all the purples. Never complain about getting like more DMC, right? I mean, there's no such thing as too much DMC. Oh, specialty threads. Oh, look at these gorgeous metallics. There we go. There's 6. Oh, those are beautiful. Wow. So I've stitched several like fancy ladies and mermaids and stuff that have metallics, but almost all of them have used Kreinik Petite Treasure braid. I actually haven't used the Rainbow Gallery braid very much. I've only used it ever on one project so far. But I mean, I really like them. I wouldn't say that I necessarily have a preference of one over the other. Like, I know some people really don't like stitching with metallics. Personally, I don't have a problem with them. I've never had like any issues with trying to stitch with them. So I think they're both great. But they are different. Like they feel different. They stitch a little differently, but like I personally have never had any challenges with them. My God, I can't stop staring at these. Yeah, the pink metallic, I think, well, I mean, as I said, I love pink, so of course the pink's my favorite, but oh my God. Okay, I might be starting this one sooner than later, actually. I don't know if I can resist. Okay, here we've got a couple of beads. Pull these out. Okay, so these don't have names or anything. They don't look like Mill Hills, though. These definitely are Mill Hill beads, but they don't have like a number or anything. They're white and a nice pinky color. Kind of pinky purpley. Okay, I need to find the pattern in here. Okay, so here's a print of the artwork that inspired the chart. So there were 2 options when you bought the box. The one that I got just has like a little mini version of the artwork. There was a version where you could get, I think it was just like a larger size print, and it was signed by Erin, the artist. But I just got the little one. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so the chart that I'm looking at the materials for is based off of this artwork here. And I like her. She's real pretty. This is nice. Oh my gosh. Okay, where is the freaking chart? Found it. Here it is. Oh my God. The Mermaid Marina. She is gorgeous. Oh my God. Oh, I love the colors. Oh my God. I might just start this today. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. That is gorgeous. Okay, totally worth the wait, you guys. Not even mad that it took so long because it is so beautiful. Okay, we'll check on the comments here. Yeah. I'm glad we all agree that this is just absolutely freaking gorgeous. Okay. Let's see what else is in here. I found the fabric. Are you ready for this? Holy. Okay, this is from Picture This Plus. The color is called Crystal Splash. Look. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Hopefully it's translating well. Yeah, that's pretty accurate actually. This is stunning. And look at the sparkle in that. Oh my god. This is so nice. Oh my god. I love Picture This Plus fabric. I don't think, I'm trying to think of what the listing said on the website when it was for sale. I know it said that there was fabric included, but I don't think it specified who the dyer was. But yeah, I mean, I really like Picture This Plus fabric, so very happy with that. So this is 14 count Aida, and it's just a fat quarter, which will be big enough to fit this gorgeous lady on there. Look at that. All right, well, I know what I'm doing tonight. Starting this. Oh, and these colors on there. Oh my god. That's amazing. This is going to be so beautiful when it's done. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, I cannot wait to see this stitched up on here. Okay, guys, I'm like not even halfway through this box. There's so much stuff in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. There's a couple accessories, which is always kind of fun. So first up, we've got this nice little pair of scissors. Okay, it's looking a little washed out, but it's kind of like a metallic pink to blue handle. Oh, that's a nice size blade too, actually. It's nice and sharp. I have some like stitching scissors, and they have like really, really tiny blades, and they're fine. And for like traveling, whatever, that's fine. But I prefer to have a little bit longer of a blade length. So those look nice to me. Let's see, scissor fob from Sweet Autumn Stitch on Etsy. Haven't heard of that shop before, but this is a little fob from another artist. Let me just get it out of the bag here. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, it's huge too. Wow. Look at that. Little mermaid charm at the bottom. Whoops. Okay, it's just like a little handle thing. Or, yeah, I don't know. You can use that to attach onto other stuff. Just fell down. There's a little charm up there too. That's really pretty. Oops. How fun. A little coupon code too, so that's always nice. All right, here's a little snack. Autumn Lane Sweets. That's cute. Mermaid pearls. little hard candies. Kind of fun. Oh, it says gluten-free right on them. Nice. I have celiac disease, sadly. So I knew there would be like a little snacky in here, and I wasn't sure if it would be something that I could actually eat or not, but it says gluten-free right on them. So score. Ooh, what's this? Okay, I'm actually not really sure what this is. It's just like a really long pin. It's really pretty, but I'm not quite sure what to use it for. Got little beads on the end. It's pretty though. Let's see. Oh, a counting pin. Oh, you're totally right. That's definitely what it is. Okay. And this is from stitchmaniastash.com. Haven't heard of them either, but this is kind of fun, learning about some new shops. Very nice. All right. Okay, there's a couple more things in the box, but I've taken everything out and I can show you the full thing. Look at that artwork on the entire box. Like, that is so cool. I love that. Huh. Now, I'm not going to want to get rid of the box because it's got a freaking mermaid printed on it, but... Okay, so there are 2 more mermaid themed patterns in here. So this one is called Forgotten Treasure. That's really pretty. There's actually like a lot of detail in the background. That's really cool. Yeah, that's really neat, actually. Usually with mermaid designs, I feel like the focal point is like obviously the mermaid, but there's so much detail going on in the background there. That's so neat. Okay, I was looking at the materials list on the back too. That's kind of nice. I mean, there's very few colors in this, actually. There's 6 DMC and then 1 petite treasure braid. So kind of nice to have a chart where there's only like a few threads that you actually need. I find that's sometimes a bit of a challenge with trying to get up like fancy ladies and other bigger mermaids and stuff. Like, they just require so many materials and it can get really expensive really quickly. Especially being in Canada too. I'm sure other Canadians understand the struggle. Like, sometimes shipping can just get really out of hand and it just, prices us out of ordering from some places because it's just too expensive. So luckily, like 123 Stitch has a flat shipping rate, and there are a few places that I also order from, like within Canada. But for things like hand-dyed fabrics and sometimes like other specialty supplies, they can be hard to track down, and like shipping to Canada is just so costly, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it is, unfortunately. Okay. This one is called Ocean's Serenade. She's really pretty too. Okay, the suggested fabric for this one is this same fabric. I was just thinking the colors are kind of similar to the Big Mermaid pattern. I like the dolphins here. Those are really cute. I love the detail on these patterns. I'm gonna be busy for the next little while wanting to stitch all these mermaids. I was checking out the comments. Yeah, okay, so the consensus is that this is some kind of, like, counting pin. Yeah, I usually just use a random, like, needle as well. Having said that, though, I do have a couple. I got an advent box from Forbidden Fiber Co. for Christmas last year, and one of the little extra goodies in there was a set of counting pins. So I think there were 5, but so here's just a few of them. But these have actually come in handy a couple of times. So, are they necessary? No. But are they kind of nice to have? Yes. All 3 patterns are pretty big. Yeah, they are actually. I didn't even, let me look at the sizes of them because I didn't actually look at that. Okay, so this is the main one. 14 count stitched area is 10.6 by 20.4. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty large. That'll take up a fat quarter completely. Now these other ones, okay, 14 count. This one works out to 14 by 10. So smaller, but that's still pretty big though. Huh. And this one, let's see, 7 by 14. Yeah, so even the smaller ones, like, those are still pretty sizable patterns. I'm so excited to stitch all of these. Is that my favorite color scheme? You know what? It's pretty high up there, actually. Pink is definitely my favorite color, but purple is definitely a close second. And like, I love the look of all these purples and pinks, and then with those pops of aqua in there, especially for like, yeah, I would say this is one of my favorite color schemes for sure. And like looking at the metallic threads again, like as I said before, the pink, definitely my favorite, but I mean, this purple is like really, really pretty too. It's looking pretty bright on camera, but like it is so vibrant in person. It almost looks like, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know where I was going with that. But this is gorgeous. This is Rainbow Gallery Petite Treasure Braid and the number PB11. And this is PB64, if you were curious. They're so pretty. Nuts, but everything. Oh, it's for ending your thread if you have too little left to use a needle. Oh. Yeah, I said I was going to read this later, but maybe I should have looked at it before. Thread tuck. Okay, thread tuck for when you want to play thread chicken and lose. So that's this guy right here. They're super handy to help end your thread when you were out of thread. Huh. I've never heard of such a thing before. Well, I do play thread chicken a little bit, I'll be honest. So I will definitely be able to give this a try at some point. What about you? I'll ask you guys. Do you play thread chicken or do you like not really bother? Because I know some people go like right until the very, very, very end of their thread, and other people just like can't be bothered, right? I play thread chicken sometimes. I'm never going to go right down to the last like 1/8 of an inch of my thread, but I will get as much as I can get from a piece of thread. So I'm curious what other people do. Yes, the metallics are making me drool as well. 100%. Is treasure braid as easier to handle than Krynic? So, I have a lot more experience with Krynic than I do with the Rainbow Gallery or this treasure braid. Um, I haven't had challenges with either, but I wouldn't say that one is necessarily easier than the other. They're just different. I find Krynic is a little bit stiffer. Here, I actually have a piece here. I mean, it's not like I can show you, but like I find that oh my gosh, I can't get the end out. Here, I'm gonna try and see if I can compare like them side by side. Give me 1 second. There we go. So the green is a Krynic, the purple is a treasure braid. They're about the same thickness and they have about the same coverage. So they're very similar in that sense. I find that the treasure braid, it feels like a little bit thinner and it acts a little bit more like a regular thread, in my opinion. Like if I do a stitch, I kind of have to pull it tight and kind of maintain that tension as I go. With a Krynic, I find it's a little bit stiffer. So when I do my stitch, it almost kind of holds itself in place a little bit more because it's just a little stiffer and like I don't know how else to describe it really. Um so I don't know. I don't necessarily find one easier than the other, but they're just different experiences. I don't know if that's a very helpful answer, but that's the best I can describe the difference between the two. I agree that the box was definitely worth the money. Looking at all this stuff that I have in front of me, yeah. I don't remember exactly how much it was. I want to say it was around 200, between 200 and 220 Canadian, if I recall. So whatever that is in US dollars, I'm not really sure, but that was the price in Canadian dollars. And I mean, that's a lot of money, but for everything that's in here, I think, yeah, definitely worth the price. Like I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for more mystery boxes from them because yeah, I feel that this was good value for sure. Very happy with all of these goodies. All the time, it's a problem for me. Oh, with the thread chicken? Yeah. Sometimes it's just not worth it. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to let go of trying to ration my DMC. Like, I have so much DMC thread. It's so easy to just go to the store and buy more if you need it. So I'm trying to tell myself, like, I don't need to save every little, like, small piece of it. And, like, I don't need to try and use the last little bit of it. Like, just use a new thread, you can get more. For something like a specialty thread, I will definitely go a little bit further with thread chicken because I don't want to waste these. But for DMC, I'm trying to just tell myself, like, let it go. I'm so foolish. My orts are usually so short. Yeah, I have some that are really short, and then others, like, if you have, like, 2 stitches to do, that's also really frustrating is, like, if you're trying to play thread chicken and you only have a couple stitches left and you just can't make it work. So you have to do a new thread for just a couple of stitches. Like, it's so frustrating when that happens. Vanessa, I use my counting pin daily. Really? I use it to untangle knots while stitching. That's what I reach for to unpick my mistakes. Well, there, we've found someone who loves their counting pins. I should use them more than I do, honestly. I mean, I have them. I actually have a little tool somewhere. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Oh, here it is right here. So I got this from someone at Stitch North in the spring. And this is actually a tool designed specifically for picking out threads. Kind of pretty. And this one, I think, so the needle on the end is pretty thick. So I think the idea with this one is that like it's not very pointy and like it's fairly blunt as well. I think that could be a challenge sometimes. Like if you're using a small pointy needle and you're trying to unpick threads, then you might pick the fabric by accident. So the idea with this one, I think, is that you're kind of risking that a little bit less. But I should leave this out actually because I've never used it, but I think it's very smart. So I'm gonna leave it out. Why not? Number 18 tapestry needle works well. That might be what this is. That might be what this is, because this is just like a regular needle, but like compared to one that I would normally stitch with, it's like way thicker. So that's probably what this is. Just looked, it seems the Mermaid box is still there. Oh. I haven't looked at the website actually. So if the listing's still there, I don't know why it would still be there because they were limited edition. I don't know. All right. Well, we have been here for about half an hour. I don't really have anything else to share or show you guys today. I will be filming a regular floss tube update probably tomorrow. I posted a couple of videos like at the end of December, beginning of January. I had my whip parade, I had a finish parade, and a video with my plans for 2025. But it's been almost a month actually since my last regular floss tube update. So I'm planning to film that tomorrow. And I really wanted to get a video up before January 14th, which is Tuesday, because myself and another stitcher over on Instagram, her handle is Clancy's X Stitch. We are doing a start along, which we are starting on Tuesday, the 14th. So we are going to start the newest Valentine's Day sampler from Sprouting Lupine. So the chart name is Butterfly Bouquet. Neither of us could resist that chart. It is so beautiful. And we decided to make it a start along. So if you want to check out my Instagram, there are some more details over there. But the most important thing is that we're starting on January 14th, and the hashtag that we've created for it is hashtag butterfly bouquet sal. So I'm really, really looking forward to starting that pattern. And I'll actually show you my fabric while I'm here because I did dye my own fabric for it. So here we go. Oh my gosh. I can't get used to like the camera being reverse of what's actually happening. So I keep moving things in the wrong direction. So this is the fabric I dyed for it. This was just like a random piece of light pink Aida that I had. I think it was just like the store brand from Michael's. I've literally had it for years. And I dyed it just with Rit dye wine, I believe. So I like really diluted the dye so that it wouldn't be too dark. And this is how it turned out. And I really love it. So this is what I'm going to be stitching that beautiful butterfly bouquet chart on starting on Tuesday. Stitching down the rabbit hole. You've been busy if you started a bunch of things since January 1st. I've been wanting to start a lot of things, but I'm trying to not overwhelm myself with too many new starts. But I mean, I'm starting that Tuesday, and I'm probably going to be starting this sooner than later. So. All right. I think I will call it a day here. So thank you so much, all of you, for joining me for my first live video. I really appreciate you spending some time with me today. And I will see you in my next video. So have a great rest of your day, everyone, and happy stitching. Bye.